Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Mark Johnson from Bounce Pep, your fitness ambassador and the youngest son of Bill Johnson. And as always, I'm going to bring you a knowledge packed video here. I'm going to explain to you my concepts of motivation. So, there are three types of motivation that I believe you can have, and I'm just going to go through those and explain to you uh, why it's good to have those motivations. But also, I'm going to go into why motivation is a bit overrated. That is my cat, James. Let me introduce you quickly. Yeah, this is James. James is motivated to leave the room, so I'm going to let him out so he can do his thing. So, everybody, say goodbye to James now. All right, James, get out of here. Okay, now back to it. Um, yes, I do think motivation is a bit overrated, and I will explain to you why that is. However, let me go into the three types of motivation that I believe that you can and should have at some point or another. So, the very first kind of motivation that you can have, and you will see this. You will see marketers employ this tactic a lot to get you to buy things. When people are selling things or marketing things, you'll see this, quite often. So if you haven't noticed it, if you haven't realized that it's been employed to get you to buy something or to influence you to make a certain decision, then I'm going to explain to you. So the first one is fear. Okay. First type of motivation is fear. And a lot of times what people will do to influence you to make a decision that they want you to make is they'll scare the hell out of you. So they'll tell you this bad thing can happen to you, that bad thing can happen to you, or you're going to lose this, or you're going to forego this benefit. They're basically telling you to take this action or else. Okay, so that is actually a highly effective form of motivation. Again, marketers, salespeople use this all the time, and it is tried and true. It is basically something that sales and marketing people will never stop using because it's proven to be effective, and it gets people to buy things. So when it comes to your fitness, you can also be motivated by fear. I'll give you an example. Me myself, I was in my mid 40s, and I saw people around me getting creaky, looking tired, just in my opinion, looking a bit too old for their age. And I just made up my mind that was not going to be me. So that was actually, that was an example of being motivated by fear. I took a look. I said, I don't want to be that. So I'm going to do something different to ensure that I don't, become that thing which I fear. So some of you are in that boat when you're thinking about your fitness. You're going to be doing it because you're motivated essentially by fear. You're going to say, I don't want to be 300 pounds and, worried about my heart and all these other issues that come with being so large. Or you're going to be motivated. Maybe you're skinny, like I was skinny. You're going to be motivated just by the fear of just becoming weak and frail. And so you say, I don't want to just let myself wither away. I want to do something to get in shape and get stronger. So those are ways that you can use fear or employ fear to motivate you to get started in your fitness lifestyle. And that's fine. However, I will say that fear is, while it's highly effective, it is not necessarily the best way. I would prefer one of the next two ways. So the next form of motivation is anticipation. Oh boy! Anticipation is great because anticipation basically means You're excited about doing something. So when you're anticipating something, uh, it's not hard for you to get up and get to it and get working on it because you're looking forward to a positive outcome and a positive experience. And because you're looking forward to those favorable results, it motivates you to act. So anytime you have anticipation, that is a very, very desirable form of motivation because it gets you to act without fighting yourself. You know, it gets you to act. Sometimes people take action in spite of themselves, which is not, the ideal circumstance to take action under. It's much, much better if you're anticipating a favorable outcome and a positive result, and you're ready to jump into action and you're ready to make something happen. So when you have that kind of motivation, when you're anticipating, that's just great because you're energized and you're ready, and you just can't wait to get to it. So with me, for instance, when I'm anticipating going to work out. I like it. I, I I'm thinking about what muscle group I'm going to work on that day. I am looking forward to putting some strain and putting some work in and making something happen during my workout. So that's anticipation. Now, next we have hunger. And let me just say, I have to give all credit where credit is due because I got this from Les Brown. And some of you know who Les Brown is. He's a legendary motivational speaker. And I got this from him. But I want to introduce the concept to my subscribers and to my listeners. Because hunger, to me, is the most powerful type of motivation. I believe it's more powerful than fear and also more powerful than anticipation. So hunger is when it's kind of exactly what it sounds like. It's when you have a burning desire to accomplish something, and it just drives you to do whatever is necessary to reach that objective, whatever it is that you have. When you are hungry, you will overcome all kinds of doubt, anxiety, setbacks, failures. None of that will really matter because your hunger to achieve the objective will override all of that. So when you're hungry, you're highly, highly motivated to get something done. And it's going to drive you to persist and persist and persist until you see it through. So this is the type of motivation that is the most powerful. And I would encourage you to try to develop a hunger for your physical fitness, where you're hungry for it. You absolutely are hell bent on getting in shape and staying in shape, and you are committed to doing it, and you will let nothing stop you. That is hunger. That's more than anticipation. That's more than fear. That is hunger. So I want to encourage you to have hunger. Be hungry about your fitness and to go out and make it happen. Now, we've gone through the three types of anticipation as we think about them here at Bounce Pep. The first one is fear. The second one is anticipation. The third one is hunger. I think you've got that. I mentioned at the very beginning that I do believe that motivation is a bit overrated, and I'm probably going to have to make another video to explain more about that because I want to keep this video relatively short. However, let me just say that while motivation is great, what's more important is commitment. So I want to drop that little tip for you right now, and I just want you to put that in the back of your mind, way back here somewhere. Just keep that in the back of your mind. Commitment is more important than motivation, okay? Because you will not always be motivated. There will be some times when you know you need to do something. And let's keep it, let's stick with the topic of fitness here. You know that you need to exercise. You know you need to get up. You know you need to make something happen. You know you need to put down those bonbons and potato chips and get up and start exercising. But you don't have the motivation. But when you have a real commitment, you will get up and you will exercise. Okay, so that's going to be another video for another day. But just remember, motivation is great. You have three types. You have fear, you have anticipation, and then you have hunger. And that's all fine and well. And if you have one of those that can drive you, that's fine. But more than motivation, what you need is commitment. Okay, so let's go ahead and end it right there. And I think that I have given you something for you to think about a little bit. Keep yourself motivated, and then keep yourself, even more importantly, committed to your fitness goals. And stay tuned for another episode and another video.